With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Ravens at 7-3 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Change it. Hey, let's get there. Mike 7. Mike 7. They're not ready for this.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
First down. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Chase, the motion man right. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Looking to pass. And the pressure gets to him again. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trenton Simpson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this? And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. DJ Reader, former Texan, there on the tackle. Oh, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 9. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as he's up to the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On one, right? 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They go play action with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. Right 86. 11 Thomas.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 48 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, it's Hill. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And they will take a knee here. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To the air again, Burrow. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Burrow going to throw again. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Burrow going for it on fourth. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely,
49 yards.
and the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Play action. It's Burrow. Smith catches left side.
3rd down and 6. Chase, the motion man right.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
This a 31-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will close the gap down to 14.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's put that team on the clock. Back. Check back.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Duvernay in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
It got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Chase, the motion man right.
Burrow on play action.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
Work toward the sideline, intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. At 80. 11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Burrow. Quick slant here to Smith.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies
touchdown. T. Higgins from 19 yards away. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.